Good morning. Sorry guys, it's been a long morning. Where are we at? The score is actually 3-3, you guys, and I apologize. Oh, Justin's here with me.
Hey-o.
Okay, so it's 3-3. I'm gonna turn my phone off so that you guys don't have to listen to that ringing. And this is so it's an even match. They're 1-1, so they've both won 2 games. And Damian, I think, is going to go for this. Super aggressive. We'll see. We'll see how he feels about it. This is a winner's set match, correct?
Mm-hmm. His center ball is so true. Thin cuts like this, center ball.
I mean, that's just pure center to edge right there.
Totally. Totally. He's center to edge the hell out of it.
And I think he is hooked. We'll see. Maybe not. Nope.
But yeah,
it's so hard to tell from the monitor sometimes.
For stunning balls, when he has very little angle, and for cutting balls really thin, his stroke is just excellent.
He hit that good. Like, killed that ball, right? Hit it hard, killed that ball. He's still got a little work to do here.
Yeah, if he tries to kill this, that's the other end of the spectrum on the stroke.
You know, he's got a good safety here, though. We'll see if he sees it, because he can actually just float that cue ball right down behind the 9.
Yeah, he's going for it.
He may run into the 9, but if he misses it, he's dead.
You gotta hit it soft with lots of follow. Oh, or just scratch. Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
He went forward. Yeah.
Well, if he cuts this one, he deserves the lead.
I don't go for this ball. You go for this ball?
What do you bank it 2 rails and try to put it on the end of the...
Yeah, I think I do. I mean, if you miss this ball, it's a dead sellout. Whoa. Never mind.
Yeah,
Wow,
he's
what a
such a
great
shooter.
shot, you guys.
Wow.
He escaped that one. I mean, you know, he made kind of a bad shot on the salmon and got lucky to not scratch, but recovered nicely.
Yeah, he didn't kill the 6 quite enough, but you know, you can hit it at a more confident speed. That's what he did. See, maybe it's the camera, or there's nothing marked on this table to help you get the rack
You
straight.
think it
But
still
the rack,
looks tilted?
It still looks a little tilted.
With the two toward the bottom right-hand pocket,
Mhm.
right? Well, Damian was making balls in his match last night against Cena, right? Damian played Cena? No.
The ball went way high, and the cue ball went to his side of the table. So the rack had to be tilted, or the gaps were funny.
I know they were telling me that they were having problems. Francis Rita, I think, was telling me. No, Damian played, Francis played Cena. Damian played, I forget who he played. But anyway, they were saying that they were having a hard time
Racking the balls.
racking the balls.
Yeah. Ray.
Right. Because the spot maybe is a little worn out. They
Mhm.
couldn't get the balls to sit right.
These are the balls that Oscar brought, right?
Okay. Yeah, they're brand new. So it's
Yeah.
not the ball. It's not that there's difference
Yeah.
in the ball size. So it's got to be maybe just a little bit of worn out spot. By the way, on the table 2, which is next to us, Mitch Ellerman just came with like a phenomenal. He
Dude,
banked
that
the
guy.
four. He banked the 4 on the side, drew the cue ball, and made the carom on the on the 9 at the same time.
He's
Like,
got
made
that
both balls.
fireworks style. He just gets down and
Sick.
shoots.
And that's a winner side match as well. We've got Ken Johnson playing Mitch Ellerman on the winners, Scott Slayton playing Vilmos on the winners, and Phil Prentice versus Cena.
Yeah.
Elizade?
Cena's got sick mechanics.
Really? Yeah,
That snooker stroke. Oh,
Mhm.
man.
Kevin May, who's British, we were talking about it. He says when Cena's on with that snooker mechanics that he's so good, but where he's still lacking a little bit is in the finesse of 9-ball players. Some
Mhm.
of the little tiny finesse shots, tight shots, and
Yeah.
also safeties and things like that. Because snooker players are just used to creating distance, not necessarily getting behind a ball.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's something that Sargon struggles with. He's identified that as a weakness in his own game. That using a lot of spin, soft with the spin, moving the ball in tight spaces is not.
because they don't
not
use,
his
Kevin says
strength.
they don't use a lot of side spin
Yeah.
in snooker. It's just all high and
Yeah.
low.
Yeah, actually, I played snooker with Sargon.
Look out!
Wow. I played snooker with Sargon, and his tip is crooked. His tip leans forward because they always hold the cue in the same orientation because it's got that little indent on the back of the cue.
Okay.
And he usually uses a hair of like stun run through, and so his tip is actually lopsided, leaning forward. Damn.
Quick update on some scores here. Ken Johnson.
Is he shooting?
Uh,
He looks like he's shooting in the corner.
I guess you could see it. Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy. And he's foregoing any kind of position. He's just making balls. It's impressive. Okay, so Ken Johnson, Mitch Ellerman. That is, Ken's up 5-3. Scott and Vilmos. Vilmos is up 3-2. Cena and Phil Prentice are all tied up at 3-3. Francis Rita ahead 3-2 over Salbutera. Tyler Steyer and Ray at 2-2. Ramil Gallego, James Cabal. James is up 3-2. And Oscar Dominguez and Cole Gibbons. Cole's up 3-2.
Okay. Big field. 78.
78?
Yeah, that's nice. I knew this was going to be a tough stop.
Lots of great players from all over. Arizona. Cole and Chris came down from Portland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tyler's here from, isn't it like Wisconsin or Michigan or he's
Yeah, I
somewhere in
don't
the
know.
Midwest out there.
I didn't expect to see him.
No, I think he always wanted to check out a MESA. This is a good shot. If it doesn't hook him on the 8, it's going to hook him on the 8. Oof. Man, he hit that almost perfect.
Yeah.
And now he's going to jump the ball, and luckily he's 6 foot plus and makes it pretty easy for him to get up over that ball.
Mm-hmm.
You too, you're a tall guy.
Yeah.
Try being 5'5".
Yep. when I was in Oklahoma, I was talking to Barton. He was talking about when he first started selling the bungee jumper cues. And people would say, "Oh, I'm short. You know, I have trouble jumping balls because I'm short." So he'd get on his knees and jump balls to show people that you could do it when you're short. And then if they said that their fingers weren't long enough to jump, he would just put it on his knuckles.
Oh, okay.
So he'd use a short bridge on his knees, jump at balls to show people that anybody can do it.
Well, I mean, I can jump, but I'm saying I have to like hike up my shoulder, my elbow, everything, and get on my tippy toes sometimes just to do it, just to get the elevation that you guys have just looking down.
Yeah, because you're not using a dart stroke.
Yeah, like this
Yeah.
one? No, I come up, yeah.
I do the same thing. It's easier to aim, I think.
I do. He's going to get a good roll here.
Oh,
it's
it's
going
a great roll.
to pop right behind. Well, actually, no.
Oh, you can see
You
it.
can see it, the whole ball.
But tough one to place shape on. Especially if you run into the 9.
I do not think he'll run into the line. We'll see what he wants to do. If he wants to go for it, I can see from
You're on
where
his line. Is he
he's
pulling
going
his cue
inside.
back
He's
toward
going
his body?
Yes. Yeah, he twists a little bit. There's a little bit of a wavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that on the 5 ball. Last track.
You know that it's some people would call it like a flaw in the stroke, but if you play with it for long enough, and that's just becomes part of your, it's fine.
But I think
think so.
if you clean that up and tune that out, I think it makes your stroke more reliable.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's a great player.
If you know anything about golf, you know like Jim Furyk. Jim Furyk, so most golfers, they try and pull straight back, you know, tuck the knee in, tuck the elbow, and come straight through. Jim Furyk at the top, the cue, everything does is like this little, almost like a loop. It goes up and around and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, he's won big time. So it's like you can perfect your flaws and work with your flaws.
Yeah.
And
Look
still
at
be a champion.
Efren and Bustamante. They have far from textbook strokes, but
Keith McCready,
yeah.
sidearm.
I think, I mean, just purely speculation, but I think for those guys, maybe playing, you know, because I went to the Philippines, and it's just action all day.
Gazillions of hours of action. Yeah.
Action all day. So I think when you have something like that that's very stylish, I think it could help with your mental game to feel like, you know, you should win. It's kind of a confidence boost. Maybe that's part of it.
Alright, so Simon made a good hit. He's left Damian a long tester here.
Great hit, but this is Damian's strength.
He's elevating, so I think he's going to try and draw the ball. I think he's got the angle. He can draw it back across the table for the 7 in the side pocket on the left-hand side.
Yeah, I think he just wants to stop it there.
Yeah, see, he tried to draw it across. And I would expect Sai to get out here. This is kind of a
Yeah, he
a
knows
routine out.
he needs this to tie it up, and he's put it on a plate for him. He's playing with that unglove. Do you use a glove? You don't use a glove.
I do not. You stop or you pull it back here a little bit.
I
He's
just
going to
saw
go
him roll
forward.
it.
He's going forward, but he's still trying to create an angle. And he didn't create quite enough angle.
No, he's following 2 rows probably.
Yeah, I think so. You wanted more angle to go to the side rail. That's why I would have followed forward, stayed kind of inside the 8, and that way you could just go forward
Yeah,
like
same.
one rail.
I would have
out
just
to the-
soft roll it, get on the right side of the gate.
This makes it a little tricky because now you have to put a stroke on the ball. Now you have to kind of, which is, you know, that's okay, not a problem. He didn't really go for like a massive, make the cue ball travel massively.
That's how I
He
hit it
just-
because I don't want to flirt with the side.
Size a lefty? Size a lefty.
Safe.
It's all right. All right, 4-4.
I heard someone say that they believe lefties are more creative.
That's just in general, not just in pool.
Mm-hmm.
The lefties tend to be more creative. They use the right side of their brain more.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, Ken Johnson Mitchell, 6'4". See, now I'm just checking. Check here. Cole's up 4-3 on Oscar. All right. Speaking of Oscar, tonight is the Academy Awards. Got any predictions? Do you watch movies? No? Okay, never mind.
I mean, sure, I occasionally watch movies, but I don't like to follow it. Do you watch movies? Do you eat food?
Do you eat food? You know, it's a big night in Hollywood.
What are your predictions?
I really don't, because I haven't seen all of them. Usually I make an effort to go see all of the Oscar for, at least for Best Picture contenders, but this year I did not. So I've seen 3 of them.
So the wing ball, the 3 ball, went high and then got kicked in by one of the other balls.
Okay. Did you look to see if the rack was slightly tilted?
No, I didn't, but it still went high, so I would imagine it did, and I didn't get to see where the cue ball went.
Mitch is just a banking machine.
Mitch is a beast.
Interesting.
A little
He
too
tried to
much
make
feel
it.
on that ball.
He tried to make it, and I think he really only had like maybe 3/4 of a pocket there. So that was a tight one.
He played a good save.
And Sai has that little stroke right there. It sounded like he miscued, right? But he strokes a lot of balls that sound like that.
Yeah,
It's like that stun, like a skid draw kind of shot.
it really turned over right before it hit the ball, so it got maximum throw.
Okay, Damian played a good safety here, although easily hittable 2 rails.
Yeah, he could see just enough of that ball for this safe to lay. Very natural. The thing about this is even if you kick that ball, like a lot of times,
He's going 1 rail. It looks like
Whoa.
he's trying to thread right between the 5 and the 9.
yeah, there's more chance for safe there, because if you kick it 2 rails, you're
didn't
running
think he
it
could
right
get-
into the 8-9.
I didn't think he could get through there, honestly. And he did get safe. He stuck it, and now Damian's got to kick 1 rail, and he's going to try and kind of do the same thing. Send the 1 ball up table, maybe the cue ball back behind the 5-9.
Mm-hmm. Side rail, side
You
rail.
want to hit this a little thin. He hit it real thin. And, I didn't think he could actually get in behind that ball enough, but he didn't have much option there.
Mm-hmm.
Sai's got a tough little.
Yeah, tester.
I'm trying to figure out a way to play safe on this one too, honestly. Like, you can make it, but I don't think the reward is too huge. See, he threw his hands up. There was no way to stop that ball, really.
Mhm.
Stay in a good line with the 2 ball.
Yeah, just
Like,
make sure you can see it.
He can spin this one. Like, give it a soft stroke with like a little bit of right, come over across the table and play the 4-7.
Yeah, he'd love to shoot it in the side pocket where the 7 is, but obviously the 7 is blocking. So he just looked at it. I don't know if he was saying, gosh, I wish I could shoot it there, or if he was looking at the 4-7.
Well, you could shoot it real slow. Like slow roll it, and the cue ball just kind of head toward the 5-9, but hopefully not go behind it. And
Shoot the 4 up top?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a tough speed to execute.
Nobody wants to shoot a ball that slow. At least not at this level. Nobody does. Everybody wants to go ahead and put it. He went forward. Which was a good shot, but he just missed the wall.
Yeah, a lot of English for that distance. Even if you're playing with one of those super low deflection shafts, there's a lot of swerve to deal with on that shot.
All right. He can cross the 2 ball back up table. Unfortunately, at this angle, he'd probably have a hard time getting the cue ball to stop behind the 5-9.
Looks like he's shooting super thin, like he's shooting.
Yeah, looks like he's going for it. He was.
Oh, you made a statement there. You said, don't let me see it.
Now, I think he's got to play for the 5-9 combo.
Whew.
I mean, the angle is too difficult to try and get on the 5 ball.
He's got a really big stroke, so if he does want to try to make something happen, he has that option, but he's playing for that 5-9.
That was interesting. Did you see, like, the big twist there? The big, like, the elbow kind of came in and under, and he still executed well, but it looked a little... He got perfect on that combo.
Yeah. When I was... Oh.
That's surprising, because he's a one-pocket player, and he's so confident with combinations.
Could have just hit it softer, more
Could've,
confident speed.
yeah, but I think, you know, he's trying at the same time to play for the
Take out,
quote-unquote
basically.
safe if he, you know, leave it long distance if he misses. Which I don't agree. If you're going to go with a combo sometimes, you know, you don't want to hit it at the speed where you would just hang it. But really focus on just making the combination.
Yeah. Well, it seems like distance hasn't really been Sai's friend at the moment.
But you don't want to let him get comfortable with distance.
Yeah.
Right? You keep giving him opportunities. Eventually he's going to...
Yeah. Try again. Oh, okay, I got it.
Oh.
Wow. Mitch almost had a nice, very fortuitous slop on the 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, let him shoot a couple more of those, and he's going to be feeling real strong. And this is to take the lead. But he did just break, right? Yeah, he just broke, so... Damian's break next. If he gets out here, Damian will have a chance to answer.
Interesting. Sai doesn't get real low on the ball like a lot of players. He's kind of got that...
And the
old guy stance.
And the fact that he's not pulling back in a straight line stems from the fact that he's got a little bit of a sidearm. Makes timing very important.
It'd be interesting to talk to him and ask him, you know, did you start playing as a kid? He's already not a tall guy, so you imagine if he was playing as a kid, he would definitely have had to sidearm.
I try to wait till people are done with the tournament before I ask them anything about their mechanics.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't going to stop the match to ask him. Excuse me, can we take a break? Commercial break.
Let's talk about that sidearm.
Let's talk about that little twist you got there. I feel like he's going to two-rail this. Yeah.
So his cue twisted after he made contact with the ball, but I was sitting right down his line of aim. His backstroke is very straight. Yeah.
All right. Damian cleans up that rack. Just 5-4 lead, and it's his break. You got a friend calling out saying hello.
Oh yeah. Hey, Jusito. That's my man Clay. He played his first mez last stop.
Oh, okay. Great.
We have the same birthday, exactly 10 years apart.
Oh. I always find that fascinating. You meet people with like the exact same birthday as you.
You know, if you have more than like 30 people in a room, the odds of 2 people having the same birthday jumps up to 80-something%.
Really? Interesting. Out of 30 people. That's crazy because there's 365 days in a year. So you'd think you'd have to have like 360-something people in the room for that to happen.
Yeah, it's 1 out of 365 for 2 people to have the same birthday, but for 3 people to have the same birthday, that third person, it's 2 out of 365. That 3 out of 365, 4, and then the sum of those, it gets real high.
Oh.
It's a good prop bet if you got like 40 people in the room and you can take everyone's birthday. Bet.
You know, because you've been to so many parties in your life, you always find people going, hey, we have the same birthday. I was talking to so-and-so, we have the same birthday.
They don't realize it's highly probable.
That's so fascinating. Safety coming. He says, don't make that ball. Actually, hide behind that one. Make it even worse. No, you know, because he let it leak out between the 7 and the rail up top.
He can hit it.
So he might be able to, he can hit it. He can't make it, but he can hit it.
Don't look like he can make it, but
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
he's
you know,
kicking at it,
bend
so he's
around.
asking if someone wants to watch the hit. So I said, nah, I trust you.
We'll look closely. That's I'm guessing that was a good hit since nothing else moved. It's a good hit, Damian. Almost made it in the side. Left side, nothing. Side's just gonna play up a little layup safety, and
Looks like he blocked the one rail.
Damian has a piece of it. He'll do it.
This
No,
is
he's
always
gonna
kind
come
of
in
a
behind it.
nerve-wracking safe to play when you lay it up on that side because it's a one rail kick that's very makeable.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going behind it with the kick and stick, 2 rails.
Pointed to the side pocket because he knows that's where it's possibly going. And oof.
Hit it a little hard, but now Sai has a great save.
Sai's gonna lock him up here.
Shots like this, it's important if you
See, now he could have hit that better. He needed to get that cue ball behind the 2 more.
Yeah,
I'm
really
looking
just froze up
right
on the
down
2.
right down the pipe at it, and Damian really has to jump about 1/8 of a ball here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a quarter ball, that's it.
And it's important to pick where you want to freeze them up on the 2. If you freeze them up on that 2, sometimes you can take a lot of kicks away by freezing them up on a certain part of the ball.
Now he's looking because even though it's basically straight into the hole, that the 5 ball has taken away a part of that pocket. And so,
Well, he's
you know,
got a carom combo potentially.
if the 5 wasn't there, he could easily jump and make this 1 ball. But the 5 is blocking it, so he's looking, do I make, kind of cut the 1 to the side rail and maybe
Pocket
off the 5? Do I try and thin the 1 and make the 9-5? Like, what can I do here?
Yeah, I think the pocket would still be really small. It might be beneficial to play the 1-9 carom. No?
The 1-9-5 here?
No, I mean if the 5 wasn't there.
Oh, yeah.
Either way,
He's
I'm
jumping
probably
to the
jumping
rail.
at the carom.
He's jumping to the rail first. Now he's lined up a 1-9-5. It's not dead. There's some work to do, so I don't think that the 1-9 will line up afterwards because the 9's going to be headed back up table.
It's not even easy to get a shot at the 1 after this. Because the 1's going to the
I'd
bottom
play
rail and
safe
the cue
here.
ball's going up table.
I'd slide the cue behind the 5-9. Oh!
Ooh.
That's exactly what he wanted to do, just not quite that hard.
I think that's one thing about your game is that you really play high percentage pool. If you don't have the out or you don't have a real good offensive opportunity, you play those safes. It's a quick go-to. I've noticed, whereas I'm too often looking for the offensive opportunity.
Well, I mean, there's something to be said for both ways, right? I mean, ideally, I'd like to go for, thank you, the offensive, I can't say it, the offensive opportunity because
Overcut.
that wins games. You can lock up your opponent, but a lucky kick or all of a sudden they can re-hook you, they can make long get out. You know what I mean? You don't want to let your opponent to the table if you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd rather let my opponent to the table kicking than going for a
Yeah.
low percentage offensive shot and selling out the table easily.
That's like the push, but Oscar says always push to a safe.
Always push to a safe, meaning where they're hooked, or push
No,
where
push
you can
to a
play
safe opportunity.
Yeah.
Whereas the only thing you're offering them is, hey, here's a chance to play safe, not, hey, if you make this ball,
But
you
push
can
to
go
a safe
offensive.
opportunity that you know what safe they're going to play and that you can get out of. Have that plan 2 steps ahead. You don't want to give them where they're going to be able to lock you down so bad that
Unless it's really tough,
Yeah.
and you think that you're better at executing it than them.
always assume that they're going to take your push though,
Mm-hmm.
and that they're going to do whatever you plan to do. So you
Yeah.
better know how to get out of whatever.
Yeah, the pusher is at a disadvantage. So you going under the 9 here?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, see, he let it
I
out
leaked
again.
through that same
No,
hole.
I would not have. I would have actually played the safety on this one with the 3-ball. Crossed it over, put it on the Brunswick up by the Andy clock, put it up
Okay.
there. And you had a chance to basically run into, what is that, down here in the left corner? The 4-ball? 8-ball?
Yeah.
If you don't get safe behind it, at least 3-ball's in a position where you can't
Yeah.
make it. Instead, Damian has a straight in shot on the 3. And there's a little turn of the wrist there.
Mhm.
That's why he threw that out of the pocket. Just a slight. I wish we were cameramen, you know, and we could get down with like the handheld angles and you could get right behind somebody so you could see what we're talking about when we talk about like right
Someday.
there on the follow through. He just, that wrist just, it was nice and straight, and then he turned it in at the last second. And he put some unwanted English on the ball. Side double banks that ball in.
Gives him the hand. Scores around the room.
Scores around the room. I'll let you do the, woo! Look at there.
7-7, Ken Johnson and Mitch Ellerman. Cy, 5 down 4-5 to Damian, as you can see. Vilmos 7-2 over Scott Slayton. You let Vilmos go, he just sprints away.
Just
you
goes.
can't even see him. Francis up 8-2 over Sal.
Wow. Sal's not a morning starter,
I
can tell
know,
you.
yeah. He would have last night. He's like, can I play now?
Yeah.
He said, I'm good till 5 a.m.
Yeah.
He said he got up at 5 and watched a movie.
Yeah.
Ramil trailing James Cabal 3-6. Oscar trailing Cole Gibbons 4-5. Tyler Styler and Ray 4-4. And Cena leading 6-3 over Phil Prentice.
And it looks like we're going to have a 5-5 match here.
Yeah, natural cookie cutter out there.
I won't hit the button until the ball goes in. But
Yeah, I've Alexed that ball before. Poor Alex. Alex, the verb Alex should mean you 5-railed the ball in the hole and played a good 2-way, just in case.
you know, Alex now has two of those videos out there. So there's that for the whole world to see.
Oh,
where
and
he
then the
took-
break?
And then the 6-ball break and where he doesn't get out.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can't take anything away from him, though. Alex Lyon is a monster. Great
Oh, yeah.
player, great personality, good for the game of pool.
He dogs 9s, bet it up.
But he has those 2 videos that'll haunt him for the rest of his
He
life.
loves having those. He's like, I'm a dog, you want some?
I guarantee the 6-ball break. I guarantee you, he's over that one. But this last 9-ball break, that
gonna
one,
take
that
a
one's going to
minute.
take at least a year to get over.
And you saw his cue get burned?
No, he burned it.
In that match, early in that match, his cue was leaning such that a stage light was shining on his cue and it burned a giant black spot on his brake cue.
Oh my gosh! No,
Yeah, just the light alone.
that's nuts.
It looked like someone held a lighter to it.
Yeah, it smoked so much that the audience.
Yeah, it was smoking. It was something else. Someone said, "Oh, what's going on there?"
All right, size break.
Yeah, see, it still looks tilted. The table must be crooked. I think the players are racking straight and the table's crooked.
And it might not be. We'd have to get down there and see it. I can't see in this one actually. The 3-ball. Well, maybe it looks like actually the rack is off center in this one because the 2-ball is not centered to this end gap. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, that ball went way high and he hit it square. So, considering the balls are new and we're racking with the turtle rack, I think something about maybe the
Placement or
Yeah,
They might
sometimes
be racking high. You don't even know. They might be racking
could be racking high.
because there may be a spot on the
A dimple.
a dimple where they can't get it onto the center of the spot, so they may be racking high. Maybe they want to start racking low.
Yeah, sometimes if there's a dimple, the dimple catches the head ball and wants to roll it away from the rack, so you have to rack high so that it rolls back into the dimple against the balls.
I don't know what he's doing here because he's kind of queuing down on the ball. Oh, he's cutting it.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What a great shot.
That's a...
Left himself an excellent lock-up safe opportunity. You want to freeze
Or you can
this.
just cut the ball.
Oh, yeah.
No. Yeah, 7-7 match over there with Jellyman just missed the 7 ball.
So yeah, for example, this one, if you freeze it on that 3, you really want to freeze it on the bottom of the 3. If you get on the side, you could leave him a kick to the side rail, like this. Now he's got a kick. If he'd have frozen him on our side of the 3, there'd be no 1 rail.
You mean if you frozen them on the side closer to the 9?
If they were in a vertical line, yeah.
So Mitch dogged the 7, and Ken just dogged the 9 ball to take the hill against Mitch first.
Wow.
You know, when you're playing a monster, you when you have your opportunity
Have
to
to
climb that hill,
capitalize.
you gotta get on the hill first. Okay, side kicks, and it's going to
He's making him work.
leave Damian a shot that I think he's gonna go for with no problem.
Yeah.
Because Damian loves to shoot the balls. And really, I mean, who doesn't shoot here? I may put a little inside on this and actually try to run into the 6-8 for position here. I don't try to go around. You know, when I think he's
Who
going to
doesn't
shoot...
go for this? Damian, he don't like to shoot. He just, you know.
when I think he's going to play safe, he shoots.
He
When I
plays
think he's
safe
gonna
at every
shoot,
opportunity.
I'm used to uber aggressive Damian, and that was not what I was.
Yeah,
used to
you know
right there.
Damian. He'll turn down any shot that's not a sure thing. Sai's getting right up and shooting like he can see it. No, he just kicked at it and made it.
I didn't see a hand there. See what happens? I made the ball, mother bleeper.
Yeah.
You don't see my hand now. You can kind of keep the cue ball behind the 6-8 here.
I try to go that way.
You know, Damian has a window between that 6 and 8 to hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that cue ball fit right through
So
there.
maybe he can bank it toward the 6 and then follow 1 rail.
Well, you know, I think, I mean, I swear to you, I'm looking like
Line it up like he can
on the
shoot it.
monitor, it looks like he can shoot the combo maybe.
He lined it up like he wanted to shoot the 3 straight in the hole.
No, 3 does not go straight in the hole. I'll eat my phone. Look at it.
No, I know. I see. It looks like the 7's in the wet. Well, it's gotta be.
No, so that's
Okay,
what
that's
he
what he
was
was looking at.
He's gonna clip that 9 ball. That's it. It was coming straight at the
could that
hole.
have gone better? Slightly.
It could have gone better.
Yes, it could have.
Sai has an open shot at the 3. Not an easy one. It could have gone a lot worse because if that 9 wasn't laying where it was, Damian was gonna scratch right
Yeah.
there. Well, let's see if Sai shoots. He does.
Yeah, I think you got to there.
And it
Just
rolled-
enough.
Just enough that he now can shoot the 4-5.
Now it's a great layout. Stop. You're on the 6.
Does the 6 go past the 8 in the side? That's the question.
If so, it makes everything easier. He
Right.
didn't. I think he would have taken his time to pick a good spot on the 5 if it didn't pass the 8.
Mm-hmm. Well, now he's
Just
making
looking
a
at
little
it.
face. He's making a little face, like maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, no, he's stopping.
you get a rail, it's a great shot, Mitch.
Wow. Excellent speed.
I can see the shot before
Is Mitch a big one pocket player?
I don't know, he banks like he is.
Mitch play one pocket? Yeah. Because that's a lot like a one pocket shot. When you need to hit the rail and you just lay it up on the rail like that.
We got 2 rails. 2 rails to the side pocket.
That's about perfect there.
I want to be straighting, but you know, he can still
Yeah.
go forward. What was it?
I think he'll soft roll it.
No, I think he's going to go up to the rail.
Yeah?
No? Yeah. To the rail.
Yeah, soft roll it, one rail.
Oh, I thought you meant like...
No, I didn't.
You didn't mean it. And Sai takes his first lead of the match. Oh, unless he was leading in the very beginning, but since it's
Yeah.
always been Damian winning these all tiebreakers. No. Sai. Do a quick shout out to a sponsor. Pick a sponsor. Any sponsor.
MESA.
Where is it?
Right. Up.
This one.
Yeah.
Mez. Mez Q's the official Q sponsor and title sponsor of the Mez West State Billiards Tour.
This is where I think that I like to break with like a half tip of draw and put the cue ball up table with the one. Especially if that one's not going. If the one is going, then this is better because the 2 stays down table a little bit more. It's kind of hard to predict where the 2 is going to go because there's so much traffic in the route that it takes.
You study the game a lot. Like study all of those things, like the rack and the paths of all the balls on the breaks and things like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
I was excited when when I first watched the Joe Tucker racking. He should be a sponsor. I talk about it every time I'm on the street. But yeah, because there's so much knowledge in the rack, and a
So
lot
there's
of
a
it.
video. I knew there was
There's
a
2
book.
of them.
Wasn't there a book?
Yeah, there was. But yeah, there's 2. The second one came out after template racks came into
Okay.
play.
Okay.
So.
And you
there's-
have those videos?
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of.
Can I borrow them? Can I borrow one of them?
Yeah, one of them's. I have at least one. I don't know which one because I always loan out everything and.
I'm like, he's trying to
Rarely
basically
get 'em
stall
back.
me right now. And like, no. Like, he doesn't want me to learn anything. What a dirty son
A lot of it I could show you in
Just
5
kidding.
minutes. Like actually, Jusito there in the chat. Now we're talking hand racks. I explained to him over the phone how to make the wing ball and what to look for, and he was making wing balls extremely consistently with a hand rack 3 minutes later.
Oh, well, there you go.
Good shot here.
And now I see. So we'll just do this real quick.
So we'll probably
Quick.
draw to the top row.
Quick shout out to Fast and Loose Designs.
Santana. Yeah, basically the. Yeah, I think he's gonna draw to the top row. Yeah.
Draw to the top rail. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Good call.
And he
Don't
did.
get too straight. Don't get too straight. You got too straight. And the thing is, he can't draw back because that 6 doesn't go by the 7 on the side.
Yeah.
So he's
Got a little
got
bit
a
of a
little bit of
predicament.
a. Now the 5, it looks like it may be frozen. And the cue ball's off the rail, so he may be able to follow forward. He's still not going to get a good position on the 6. He might choose to play the 6. What he's doing, he's trying to figure out, do I play like the 6-7 Karen, which moves the 6 ball up toward the corner? Do I try and go forward?
Or the bank. He might have been looking at the bank.
I've been
If he
looking at
gets
the
right
bank?
where he is, then the bank's looking pretty good. Because he has a little bit of angle. Enough to make sure that if he lines up on the bank, he's not looking. He's not frozen on the rail. I think he needs to try to get back where he is, and there's a few options depending on where he gets. Either the carom, the bank.
I think that in this case, you have to make a decision. Where do I want to be? Like, am I going to bank it? Am I going to carom it? Am I commit to it? Ooh, with the spinach.
Oh, oh my gosh!
So
a little
close to
more
being
speed.
And the 6 doesn't go past the 8, so there's he's kind of still in a predicament. Like, I'm not sure what to do still. He has a
He could
safety
potentially,
opportunity.
try to like maybe play it off the 9 and then play the 2-way with the cue ball up above the 7.
Yeah, just stun the cue ball over to the rail. Keep it kind of behind the 7. The 6 is going to run into the 9, so it's going to stay down table.
It could go in off the 9.
It could go in off the 9, which would be okay because he'd have position on the 7. You know,
Yeah, we get to.
I don't think he.
He didn't hook him.
I
Tell
don't-
by his
I was
body
gonna
language.
say, I don't think that, or if he did hook him, he didn't hook him as well as he wanted to.
Mhm.
Damian could scratch here off the 9, right? Oh, that was tough. That was tight, right?
Yeah,
I knew he was going to
yeah,
run
totally.
into it, that there was a chance for him to. Now he's just got to stop and shoot here.
Yeah, stop and give yourself a little bit of angle. What was the score there in Francis's match?
Oh, I'm guessing probably 9-2, 9-3. Francis, what was the final score? 9-4? 9-4?
I'm sure Sal would like to try again in 7 hours. 10 hours.
Now? Watch out. Watch out. Ooh.
Sorry, I'm late.
For what?
Not really where
I
you want
said
to be.
11:30, but we started late. It's 12:11. I'm sorry.
Phil was just playing his own game.
Bill must is playing beat the clock.
Yes.
He wants to see how fast he can win.
Great shot.
Good shot, Damian. Ooh, you guys. Neither. Ooh, I went the wrong way. Neither one of these guys wants to give up a rack here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to sit down for a second, almost? Oh, I need to. Okay.
And get some more fuel.
She didn't bring me anything.
I told you I would go get you something, you little monkey.
Okay, so I'll explain the basic principle behind the 9-ball rack right now as soon as we get some balls in the rack.
No, don't share. Don't share with these people. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Basically,
I keyed. Hey,
So
quit
you're
running
trying
under
to-
my chair, Spencer.
breaking from that side, you want the 5-ball to go. So the tangent line between the 5-6 points above the corner pocket.
Right
So
now.
the only way to
Okay.
get the 5 to go in the corner is if the 6 moves first.
Okay.
The 6 has to move a little bit to provide less resistance. So you need the 1, 8, 9, 6 to be frozen so that the energy will get to the 6 in time.
Gotcha. Just like that.
Uh-huh.
Just like that. Yay, doggy.
I think it lined up.
Dead. If it's dead ski, he got a major roll there because. And
Well,
even
if
if it's
they're
not
frozen,
dead,
yeah.
he can throw it in a little bit. If the 6 is aimed out of the pocket a little bit, the natural
Mhm.
throw is just going to bring that 6 right back into the line.
Yeah, and that one you can actually, like, let's say he can only see, the side of the one that's near the rail. Looks like he can, that's the only side he can see. So you can kind of adjust your speed. The softer you hit it, the more it's going to throw it.
Oh man,
Well,
I
hit
think
that
he
a
came in a
little
little
harder.
thick, right? and slow down the cue ball a little bit.
Yeah,
And
I mean, he
looking
was
to try to bounce
really
the cue ball out off the rail, but it didn't.
he was
just
really focused on making sure it was dead. That's where Damian said just. Oh, nice roll.
Didn't even give a hand. He gave like a wrist right there. He gave like a I don't feel bad there. I don't feel bad.
No, I never
Honestly,
feel bad.
because it is part of the game. I've had so many balls slopped in on me that if I slop one in every now and then,
Yeah, my
That's
last
just part of
opponent
the game.
yesterday, he got a roll. He said, "I'm sorry." I said, "I take them when I get them."
yeah.
And
I'm
then
not going to turn the table back over to you because I feel bad.
2 racks later, he got another roll. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry, man." I said, "I take those too."
That is part. That's when we play 9-ball. That's just part of the. That's
Mm-hmm.
part of life. It comes with the game. 10-ball, totally different story. You want to play perfect position, then you have to play call shot every time.
Yeah,
Not
I
call
like
pocket,
the nice
call
slop
shot.
rolls where you slop it, but it went in the pocket that you called anyway.
That's what I'm
Those
saying.
are beautiful.
If you want precision pull, you gotta play call shot every time, not
Mm-hmm.
call pocket.
Where do they play call shot though?
No, exactly. Nowhere.
Yeah,
There's a reason for that.
your local pub.
All right, Sai. I think he used up all of his rolls for the match in this particular game. He gets no more rolls for the match right there.
You just spent them.
And Damian, Damian's all business. He's just got to get back to it.
So here
So
we're.
don't worry about it.
Let's say you're dealing with a hand rack, and let's say there's a gap between the 1-8 or the 8-3 or both.
I can't see where the 1-8 is, but okay.
Those are the 3 that are in line toward the
1-8-3. Okay.
Okay.
They're pointed right at me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say that the 1-6-9-7 is frozen, but you have a gap between the 1-8 and or the 8-3. You would need to move the cue ball more toward the center table so that the energy still gets down that side enough so that there's a little resistance with the 7. Because if the 7 moves too early, then the wing ball shoots to the bottom rail.
Comes out. Okay.
So that's where if you're hand racking, you're not getting a perfect break.
Well, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden the wing balls, ever since you started talking about it, now the wing ball's going in every time.
Osmosis.
Now right here,
I
these
do
two
the
guys
little
are
tablecloth thing.
but they're
pull
both,
it up
they're
real
both
quick.
8s, and I think they both trust each other. And where's he going to move the 9 to?
Yeah.
That it would make. I mean, it's off by a millimeter here. Who really cares?
Yeah.
Sai's not going to care. So just move it. He's doing the right thing by asking him because maybe a less than scrupulous player might try to call a foul on you if you just moved it without asking.
Well,
but
it's still it's an object ball. Oh, but it would be intentionally moving an
Yes.
object ball. So
that is a foul if you intentionally move an object ball.
I don't know if intention should be included in the rules.
It should be, because otherwise then you could literally just intentionally
But
move
how
the
do you
ball
gauge
and-
someone's intentions?
Well,
Right? I mean, how do
You
you know
can.
if someone's being intentional or not?
if I walked up and looked at you and
Yeah, of course. But you could make it look like an accident.
and I'm sure people do try to do that.
That's one of the things, like in Chinese 8-ball, it's a loss of game to play an intentional foul.
Oh, okay.
So the ref has to make the call on whether or not you did that. So there's situations where maybe you're stuck, you're kicking at a ball, and I've seen guys, top players, kick to move the 8 because the ball's nearby. Now they can try to play one of those shots where they know offensively it's a loss. But if they can kick and kind of make the 8 unplayable, they can get away with it and play that intentional foul so long as they have an object ball near enough. So that's where you're kind of towing the line, and the ref has to make the call and determine what someone's intention is. Is he playing the bank and going under
Is he
the
playing a
9
bank?
for a 2-way?
Is he playing a bank? No.
No, he's cutting it and going 2 rails.
Oh, he went that way at it.
The way he lined it up, it looked like he was playing kind of the two-way bank, because he could have banked it toward that corner and got to the same spot, and if the one doesn't go, he's got a two-way.
Instead, you know, the one to the 4 lies real nice because the 1 squeezes right by that 4 ball. And he doesn't have to do anything funny with the cue ball. He just has to make the 1, and he's got position to the 4.
Sai has an excellent opportunity to get on the hill.
Ooh.
Just bank the 1 in. Now you're on the 4.
I don't like what he did there because now he's got to kind of jack up over the 8 stretched out over the table. I would have just stopped that ball, and then, you know, I wouldn't have moved it forward like that.
Well, if he hadn't gone 2 inches, you know, if he'd have gotten 2 inches
Exactly,
less.
but now look what he's done to himself.
Yeah, but if his speed was perfect, then he wouldn't be dealing with that, and then he'd have a stop shot on the 4 to get up to 5.
But why? I mean,
Risk
you know,
going over too far because
yes.
then you're playing a different route to get on the 5. It's not as natural.
No, it was actually very natural. He literally could have
It just
stopped the 1
potentially
ball.
cost him the hill.
Yeah, he could have stopped the 1 ball, and he had an angle. He was inside the 4 ball, and he had an angle to just then draw the ball and play the 5 on the side that's on the left side of the screen.
Yeah.
I mean,
for me,
it
the
was-
7 plays big, so I see what he's getting at there, but
Not if you draw the ball. If you stun the ball, yes. If you draw the ball, no.
yeah.
But it's you know, potato. We'll see. easy to armchair from here.
So you hear he needs to go far enough. Again, that 7 does play big for the part that he's going into.
I think he's all right.
It's on the wrong side, but yeah, he's gonna spin around the 9, go 2 rails, or come on the
You can go
right
1
side
rail
of the
down.
9.
Yeah. I think you can stay on the left side here and come back
Okay.
between the 8 and the side rail.
Yeah,
It's the most natural.
That's better.
You're
The
like,
6
"That's
is
better."
5 inches closer to that corner, so I'm
Yeah.
like, I gotta play it to that corner.
No, you don't always have to play to the long side. I think you just try and sometimes stick with what the most natural path of the
Yeah,
cue ball is.
especially
gonna be.
when the long side is only 5 inches longer than the short side.
Yeah, he put too much English on that ball.
Mhm.
He really didn't need to put all that spinach on it. Spinach.
He went Popeye on that ball.
Let's see what we got scores from around the room here. Cole's up 7-6 on Oscar. Tyler Steyer up 8-5 over Ray Ray. Ken Johnson and Francis Rita just started. They are 3-2. And Ramil Gallego on the hill against James Cabal. Now, James Cabal was leading that match earlier. It was like 6-4, I think, so that's a good comeback from Ramil.
Trading punches. Ooh. Oh, hello.
Don't feel bad. That's going to keep you in the match if you get out here.
Yeah. Take that roll. Everybody gets them. And in this case, it's at the expense of ideal position on the 8.
See, I think he felt bad.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think
He shot a
felt
little
bad.
quick. He said, "Oh
don't
man, I
think
gotta
he-
roll.
I
Let's
don't
just
think he
finish this
knows
rack and I can forget
I
about
don't think
it."
he knows he felt bad, but in his head, maybe he's still thinking about the 7
Yeah.
ball. These side pockets are a little tight for a cut at this angle right here. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm looking at it. From where I'm sitting, I'm directly in the line from the 8 to the pocket, and it's a little sketchy, a little tough. Good shot.
Very well executed.
Because there's honestly not a lot of room coming into that angle on those
Do you use
side
English
pockets.
on this ball?
Do I? No.
Okay. He did.
That's just how you're comfortable. I might not
Even a hair?
Even on that wasn't like a big angle to cut the ball. I might not actually even pull the 2 rails out like most guys do. I might actually just follow that ball. Like,
Yeah,
no
that's
reason
probably
for
what
it.
I'm doing.
A little more angle I might try it up, but otherwise I feel like if I'm trying to like pull it 2 rails and there's not a lot of angle, then I feel like I'm trying to like make the cue ball do too much. And why? All I have to do is pocket the ball.
Yeah. Well, some people say that you should pick a side and put just a tiny hair, you know, an eighth
You
of a
can.
tip of
You
English
can.
or something.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
You can. No reason not to, but okay, side takes the hill first here. This is one of these grinding morning matches, even though it's 12:24. Pool players are notorious for not wanting to be up early in the morning.
Damian, look at how focused he is.
Damian, what?
Look at how focused he is. He's just staring at the table. It looks like a statue.
That is how he looks all the time, though. Win or
Mhm.
lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only time I've really ever seen him have like fun, like be loose in a match is when we played that doubles match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
He was just having a good old time, laughing and, you know. Who was my partner? Renee. Renee and Cisa. Yeah. It was a good time.
Yeah, that's Damian never counts himself out. I played amazing against Damian in San Francisco, and I was up 8-1 or 8-2, and then I had a nuclear meltdown.
Yeah, I played amazing on Damian here in San Diego, and I had him 5-0, and he came back and beat me 7-6.
Wow.
I had a little bit of a meltdown. Just a baby meltdown. I really didn't feel like I did a whole lot wrong,
Mine
but
was
he
level
just turned
5.
it on. He just turned it on.
My meltdown was bigger than yours.
No, really, like I said, I feel like I didn't do much wrong. He just
Yeah, he
just cut
you
a
don't
gear,
have
and
to.
all of a sudden I was like, what's happening? And
Yeah,
as
when he
we all
pitches a
know,
gear.
roles tend to go with the player that's playing well.
Mhm.
Roles tend to go with so he turned it on, started playing amazing, and little things went his way. When I say little things, it's not like miss and hook. It's like miss and tie up a ball where I can't get out. Miss and, you know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yeah, he got a gear in the straight pool league playing on table 1 at Sticks, and he ran 65.
Nice.
Diamond.
This is a winner side match, and Vilmos won his winner side match against Scott Slayton. Mitch Ellerman won his winner side match against
Ken Johnson.
Ken Johnson, and Cena and Phil, I believe, are finished, and Cena was leading, so I'm going to assume that Cena won that match as well. So Cena's on the winner side. And this is the last winner side match to go. And so Sal, let's see, we came back with 16 today. Sal lost, so he finished 13-16.
Phil is playing Tyler Steyer. Tyler's a powerhouse. He starts to get that stroke under control. He doesn't have to play perfect patterns and stuff because he's got such a stroke and he's such a great ball pocketer.
Sal and I were talking about this last night. We saw the same things with Brendan Crockett. We saw the same thing with Chris Robinson. When you're young and you're discovering all these amazing things that you can do with your cue ball, right? Sometimes you get a little too fancy. Sometimes you try to do a little too much, and what happens is you sacrifice your ball pocketing ability to try and move that cue ball around.
Yeah.
And we saw it last night with Tyler a little bit when he just said, I'm not going to try and play perfect shape. I'm just going to make the balls, you know what I mean, not do anything fancy.
Which is how
He was
Damian
amazing.
started this match.
Yeah, he was amazing. When he tried to do too much, hi, good morning. When he tried to do too much, he would make mistakes and solve the rack. And
How you feeling? Man, Cy had a nice opportunity to close it out there.
oh, look at that.
Ho.
Sai says that's good. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't give up nothing. When I
That means you
forfeit
give
those
up
balls,
everything.
when I
You
concede
just
those
double
balls,
negative, you know. You said, I don't give up nothing. That means you give up
How dare
everything.
I? Yeah.
So I don't give up anything.
yeah, I don't. I don't not give up nothing.
There you go. Now you're triple negative and you're back. You're good.
Because I know I've missed every ball, and every pro has missed every ball, and every ball is missable. So, and when I concede those balls, I kind of feel like I'm giving up. Because I'm not giving myself 100% chance. It might be a 0.001% chance that I'm not allowing myself, but why not pick up that 0.001? Might as well.
Right. 8-7. I feel like this match is destined to go hill because it's literally been 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like
Yes, I had the biggest lead last match.
2 games. You
Yeah.
flip 8-6. That's it. That's 2 games.
And he had a chance to close out. He missed that 7, which was extremely routine. Which is exactly the reason I don't give up those 9 balls, because he just missed an extremely routine 7. How hard is it to miss an extremely routine 9?
The difference is that he missed the routine 7 trying to play position for the 8. When
Yeah,
you're
the
just
the
making
8
a
was-
routine 9 ball, you're not trying to play position. You're
I
literally
hear
just
ya.
focused on
I hear
making the
you.
ball.
I hear you.
So there's not a two-pronged thing,
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. You don't have to give up anything if you don't want to. That is your
It's
prerogative.
still the money ball. There's
Yeah.
more pressure there.
But I'm telling you, if that 7 ball, Sai would never miss that if he was just trying to make that 7 ball.
Yeah.
If he wasn't trying to force a position for the 8 ball.
If you put a stripe on it, paint it yellow,
Never gonna
then
miss
there's
it.
a little more pressure,
Never
though.
gonna miss it, never gonna miss it. Oh, sorry.
Long shot here.
He's gonna get a little love because he now just made that 1 ball.
And he took the potential 2-9 carom out of play, because I don't think the 2 passed the 9, but there was a game-winning carom.
There was, but you'd have to get way down here on this side of the table, on the bottom of the table to do it. I don't think you can make this 1 ball, but there's an actual pretty easy safety here to bank the 1 slightly off the table. The cue ball is going to kind of come over here behind the 2-9, right? You come across
Yeah.
1 rail, come across the 1 ball, banks back up table a little bit.
Now, do
Very hard.
you imagine a
Very
mirror? I used to struggle with those a lot.
Oh.
Wow. Until I started imagining the mirror 1 ball. You don't. You just
I
look
just
at
see
it
it.
and play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just see it.
That's nice.
It's not. I should know a lot of the systems that I don't know. I don't know the diamond system. I don't. I've never
None of
studied.
them?
Never
Nothing?
studied anything in my life like that. No, I just see.
Yeah, I never used systems at all up until maybe a year ago. I have a couple basic systems. Brandon Schuff showed me a basic 1 rail kick system that changed up
Changed
my
your life?
kicking 70% in 12 seconds.
No.
I mean, it was amazing.
No.
And the funny thing is, I had at that time, I had known Clay for maybe 3 years, and I had been giving him a lot of material and stuff like that. And he was already using that kicking system. He was kicking better than me, and he'd only been playing for 2 years. And Brandon shows it to me, and I'm like, "Wow, that's amazing." Clay was standing there, and he's like, "Yeah, that's what I do. You don't do that." I tried to tell you. Like, yeah, but I couldn't listen because my ego wouldn't let me listen to you because I played better.
Because I play better. Oh.
I played better.
Interesting. We could have a game here, folks. We could have a hill. This is what I predicted.
Yep.
And if Damian gets out, if he runs out here, because really there hasn't been a lot of good runs. Both players seem to have tightened up a little bit as the match has progressed.
Mm-hmm.
And if he gets out here, I think it kind of makes a statement to side because Damian will be breaking too.
Yeah.
But the statement is like, yeah, I was missing. Now I'm ready to play.
Yeah.
right? I'm coming
good
after you.
timing.
No. Yeah. Like, I got the grind.
You gotta wrestle with the pressure.
Okay. I'm gonna have to get my eyes checked. I thought the 8-ball was the 4-ball, and I was like, why is he playing in a position like that?
Interesting
Interesting
choice.
choice. Okay. He's got a little, he's the angle that he's on the 6 now, he's got a little bit of work to do.
Real low on the ball, medium stroke. It's pretty.
So you're gonna try and draw it back above the 8? There, just like that, good stroke.
You would have stunned it like that as opposed to drawing?
I think I probably would have tried to draw the ball, like draw it to the side rail and out. I thought maybe he was going to actually try and come between the 8 and the 9 and try and scoot, 2 rails under the 7.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's interesting because there's a lot of problems there if you're not precise and you run into anything.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And that right there is loss of focus. He saw the...
He didn't
He
wrestle
saw
with
the-
the pressure. He saw the finish line.
Finish line and just tripped over his own shoes right there.
Yep.
Like,
Wow. That's what I did yesterday against Bob Yamasaki. I was up 8-6, shooting at the 9. I get down, take a couple practice strokes, saw that I had like a half tip of English that I didn't necessarily intend, but I just convinced myself it didn't matter. I'm just going to throw the ball in. That's just my, my natural subconscious lining up this ball for me, and it's dead. Smack. Rather than getting up, being sure, wrestling with the pressure, saying, "Hey, this is important ball. This is the match." I just shot.
Everybody says you have to focus on these hard shots, blah blah blah. No,
All the shots.
Whoa. All the ones you have the most important ones to focus on are these last 2 right here. Get out. You know what I mean? The game. It doesn't matter who makes the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, there's one important ball.
There's
really.
one important ball. You can make all. This is not the
One
ABA
ball that
where there's a
scores
ball
points.
count, right?
Yeah, only one ball gets you points.
So shocking because he did a really good job staying focused on the entire rest of the rack, and that 8-ball he just got down and shot it real fast because he took it for granted. And
This ball I'm shooting, I think what he's lining up, which is just bank it one rail to the top rail.
you gotta be careful not to scratch here.
Where are you gonna scratch? Oh,
If he puts English on the ball,
okay.
right there,
Yeah.
right, because you're trying to put English to make the ball carry the ball up, and
I don't think he was trying to make that ball. I think he was trying to bank it to the top
I
rail.
agree with you. Yeah. It's like gotta cut this in the side. There's
And
no benefit to cutting it in the corner.
Oh,
I'm telling you, these side pockets are deceptively tight from certain angles. They're hard to. This table is a little bit brutal in that on the side pockets.
every player knows the last game is the toughest one.
Now Damian can make this ball. Make this ball, and you got good position to the 9 ball. You just have to watch the scratch, so you don't want to hit it too hard. But and you maybe try to. If you're gonna miss it, overcut this ball. But I would have swung. I would have swung on that one because you had
Speed.
but you had an opportunity to win the game there by making that ball,
Yeah, totally.
right? And good chance you're gonna get safe if you overcut it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think that the save was necessarily easier than the shot there because your speed has to be so good not to just sell out the 8.
Careful, Si.
And that might have been a little
Careful, Si.
like not willing to wrestle with the pressure and I just need to bank this ball and finish it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like that. It was not a well thought out plan.
The last few shots, now that he's on the hill and he has game winning opportunities, he's seems to me like he's not wrestling with the pressure. He's just getting up and shooting.
All right,
And it's hill.
I got to tell you that last game wasn't pretty. But see, oh, Sai's breaking. See, now I could have sworn Damian was breaking uneven before, but maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alrighty. One game to go. Bet $1? Pick a player.
I'll take Damian.
Alright. Wait, bet $1? Don't worry. When Ra and I play this game, I always lose, so you're almost guaranteed. You're almost guaranteed to. So you pick Damian, huh? Alright.
Okay, the money's been posted.
The money has been posted.
I gave you the break.
You did. You did. Thank you. Hey, my player's got a shot on the one, made a ball, and a wide open table.
Oh man. He's on the right side. Is he on the right side? I can't even tell.
No, but he just goes to the rail and back out for the 2 in the side pocket.
Might
You
be
just gotta hit
straight.
that. Nah, you just gotta hit that window between the 4 and the 8, and it's a big window.
All of a sudden, there's $1 on the line. I'm like, I don't know. It's pretty tough. He's got problems. You just fall to the bottom rail with a little bit of outside.
You know, these are the kind of shots that I'm not super fond of, because you're headed away from your object ball, and you gotta, if you're saying put right hand, the cue ball's gotta hit the rail and then like reverse into a position it doesn't want to go in. Like it's all kind of awkward, and if you mishit it, he did good. If you mishit it if you hit it too hard, you can hook yourself on the 8. You can, if you spin it too much, you can run into the 7, leave it down. Like it's not my favorite kind of shot right there.
He's double checking now. He's not just shooting. He knows he's got an excellent opportunity.
I want to stay on the right side of the table here. So he was looking, do I bring it, down to the end rail and back over,
The
like
right side.
Yeah, I don't like being on the inside of that ball like that.
Yeah, I think this is the side I like.
Well, it's a little awkward to the 7 for me here. You kind of have to put a little bit of inside on it.
I don't even think so. I think you just roll it. Or follow. I think he's just speed control is all you have to worry about here. You can hit the
Not my
5 to the
favorite
thick
shot.
part of the pocket.
Yeah, not my favorite kind of shot. No, see, he's loading it up inside, and you tend to come a little bit short.
Yeah. Now you're shooting. As Jerry Matcham would call it, upstream.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Players tend to come a little bit short with that inside. They don't want to overhit it. Now he's a little awkward. He's probably all right, but given that these guys have both been struggling with the end of the rack and nerves getting in, I want it to be as easy as possible.
Yeah. That's one thing I asked Jerry right after my meltdown with Damian. I said, "What do you do when things aren't going well and you're struggling? How do you execute when you don't have your best game?" And first thing he said was, make sure you're shooting downstream.
This is terrible. I got to tell you, this is terrible position. He's lucky he's a lefty, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What a difference it makes now.
For a righty, this is disaster. He
Totally.
is a lefty.
I got the bridge out, and I'm nervous,
But
and I'm
he's
sweating on the
literally drawing
table.
back to the corner pocket. You overjuice this. He did all right.
Hit it perfect.
He hit it perfect. Damian's going to give him the rack.
Damian, I got $1 on this.
You know what?
I'm going to tell Damian he owes me 50 cents.
No, I'm gonna give you your $1 back on that one, because I would make you guys shoot this.
No. It's all right. I'm betting on the outcome. It's okay. Dang it. What are you doing, Damian?
Sai picked the perfect time to break and run a rack. Thank you, Sai.
Yeah, that was, and he He only got funny one time on that 8-ball, and he had to execute one
Again,
funny shot, and he did it.
thank goodness.
Unless the
for being
2-ball
lefty.
was funny.
Because for a righty, that shot was disaster. I've
Yeah.
never been able to reach that shot.
Yeah.
I had to bridge it.
I'm shooting with the bridge, and the cue ball's, someone needs to catch it.
I'm actually pretty proficient with the bridge, so
Yeah.
yeah. Drawing the ball and yeah, size like what the hell? This is the 70 miss.
Yeah.
What's it again?
11.
Oh, man. All right, I'll be back.
Well, I'm gonna take your money and run. So
Oh, snap.